Al Jazeera America has learned that the FBI has finished its examination of Clinton's email server. David Shuster says the investigation appears to be nearing its end. David is here now with the latest.
Tony, after nearly a year-long investigation, sources tell us that federal investigators are close to a decision about whether to seek criminal charges. While Hillary Clinton fights for the Democratic presidential nomination, law enforcement sources tell Al Jazeera the federal investigation into her personal email system while she was Secretary of State has reached a critical stage. The FBI has now finished examining Clinton's private emails and her home server, and the sources add that Comey's FBI team has been joined by Justice Department prosecutors. Together, they are now examining the evidence, analyzing relevant laws, and attempting to arrange interviews with key figures in the investigation. Those interviews, according to attorneys, will include former State Department aides Philippe Reines, former Clinton Chief of Staff Cheryl Mills, and Clinton herself. Soon after those interviews, in the next few days and weeks, officials expect Director Comey to make his recommendation to Attorney General Loretta Lynch about potential criminal charges. The two appeared in public together last week for an unrelated matter. And while sources say they have discussed the Clinton investigation, the only public acknowledgement has been Comey's confirmation to Congress that he is deeply involved in the case.
This is one I'm following very closely and get briefed on regularly. I'm confident we have the people and the resources to do it in the way I believe we do all our work, which is promptly, professionally, and independently.
As part of that effort, FBI officials report nearly 50 agents are assigned to the Clinton investigation. Last month, investigators secured the cooperation and testimony of Brian Pagliano, reportedly in exchange for immunity from prosecution. Pagliano is the former State Department staffer who set up Clinton's home server. Clinton has admitted that using her private email system was a mistake, but she insists she did nothing illegal. Meanwhile, Clinton's rival Bernie Sanders has won 6 of the last 7 Democratic contests. He keeps hammering the contrast between his populist-funded campaign and the wealthy donors fueling Clinton.
I'm not wasting my time going to rich people's homes, begging them for their campaign contributions.
Soon, though, the campaign themes and strategies could be overshadowed, because there's now every sign the Clinton email investigation is quickly headed towards a conclusion, whether it's her exoneration or indictment. In terms of timing, sources expect the conclusion to come in weeks, not months, and they add that Hillary Clinton's interview with the FBI, which could happen in days, will be crucial. Tony?
Crucial. Okay. Tell me why.
Tony, if you look at the highest profile indictments of figures, whether it's, Scooter Libby in the CIA case or Bill Clinton, they got in trouble not for the underlying crimes, but because they lied to the FBI or lied to a grand jury. It is extremely dangerous for a defendant who was essentially the focus of an investigation to go into an interview when the FBI and the investigators, they know everything in the emails. They have all the evidence. They have all the testimony from Pagliano. If Hillary Clinton contradicts that, that's a big problem.
Right. And what do we know about the federal prosecutors who have now joined the case?
One of the federal prosecutors involved helped with the David Petraeus case. The former CIA director a year ago pleaded guilty to a charge of unauthorized removal and retention of classified information. A number of legal experts have said that there are some similarities, but also some differences between the cases. But it's interesting still that Comey's team would lean on a prosecutor who has that kind of experience in this particular investigation.
All right, David. David Shuster for us.